Hi. So I'm just sitting down here and I thought to record this. This is something I've had I hope you guys can hear me. So this is something I've had in my mind for a while and just wanted to talk about how everything is a price. Like everyone is like we're all paying a price for something at the end of the day. If you think about it, even as a friend, as a wife, as a mom, as a child, as a business owner, as an employee, you're paying a price. Now, let me, how do I break this down? But just follow me. I'm going to try to keep this short, but straight to the point. So here's one thing that I've gotten to realize is that everybody has a price and everything has a price. Say, let's use for example friendships. You know how some people you have your ride or die, you have your best friends. It might not look like you're paying a price, but trust me, both you and your best friend are both paying a price. So, for example, if you have a friend, if you're someone that is very well to do, like you're the one that pays for dinners, you're the one that pays for lunch, and maybe your friend or your best friend doesn't necessarily have that much money to take care of bills, but she listens to you like she's someone that you can call at any point to talk to run things by. That's the price she's paying for being in your life. And you know how when things come to an end in terms of whether it's relationships, whether it's whatever it is you're paying the price for, it's always as a result of the price that you were paying, you stop paying it. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like basically it's always because um, maybe if you are paying a price, knowingly or unknowingly, so in the case of a friendship, so if you are paying a price for friendship by taking your friends for lunch or just being there for them, once you stop being there for them, you see that the tone and everything about the friendship just changes. You start to notice how you guys will be falling out more. You know, things won't just be as smooth as they used to be, and that's how you know that everything has a price. That's how you know that, okay, so because I'm not able to be in that friend's life the way that I used to, she's not okay with being friends, continuing being friends with me just because I don't show up as I used to show up before. Let's use for an example that just came to my mind recently was I went to a hotel, and I think rather I was thinking about this thought while I was lodging in a hotel on a trip that I recently went on. And I thought about it, I was like, I think the next day I was supposed to check out from the hotel, and I was thinking that if this hotel, like the people, both from the reception, the people that have been helping me, the people that have been cleaning my rooms, you know, whether I tip them or not, the people that have been like room service and everything from the reception down to the room and back to the reception and out of the hotel, they've been they've been providing the service for me because I paid. Right? It's not because they like me. It's not because they love me. It's not because they know me from anywhere. Right? It's because I paid for that service. I paid for now I may not have paid for the room service to come and attend to me or for the receptionist to answer my questions or whatever, but I paid to to stay in that hotel for the number of days that I paid. And guess what? Once that payment expires, so like I said, I was thinking about this thought the night before, and I'm like, if I tell these hotel people that I want to stay an extra day and I don't have money, the tone of the relationship will just change. Like you start hearing, no, ma'am, sorry, ma'am, you know, ma'am, and all of that. Like you'll be thinking, and these are the people that have been giving me excellent service and have been so kind to me and so nice to me, but they've just been like that because you paid. They're not like that because they're not like that because they love you. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot love people unconditionally, but even that unconditional love that we think we have when we have like our spouses, our ride or die, our best friends, and whatever you want to call it, those friendships, those relationships come with a price. I promise you, if you really think about it. So now, why am I doing this video? Why I'm doing this video is this. Like I said, I thought about this thing when I was in 9 before I left that hotel, and I was thinking, oh, these people, like, what if I just say something and like I have to stay back and just give them any reason. I just realized that the tone of this whole thing, like, they might even not want to. By the time they communicate every reason why they cannot accommodate me without me paying, they might just stop talking to me and tell me to step aside while they attend to other people. And it will make sense because, girl, your money is expired. You don't have money to pay, right? So I'm just leaving this video to say that whatever price you're paying, just being mindful of the price that we're paying in people's lives, in the lives of the places where we are planted, be it in our work, our businesses, wherever we're serving people. Just make sure that you know you're conscious of the price that you're paying and that you're getting back in return. Not saying that you do things to get back, but it's always a two-way. Like, even if you're serving, for example, you're serving for free, you're also learning, you're also growing, it's also teaching you, right? So you're not necessarily losing. You might not sow, you might not reap from the place where you're serving, where you're sowing, and I say this in quotes, you might not reap from there, but one thing that the Bible says is that whatsoever thing we sow is what we reap. The Bible did not say where you sow is where you reap. So you might be sowing somewhere but reap somewhere else, right? Because in the process of serving, the place where you're serving, you're learning, you're growing, is testing you. You're shedding things, you're shedding character, you're shedding impatience, you're shedding a lot of things depending on where you're serving at and dealing with people. You're learning, you're growing. You might not necessarily use everything from where you're serving, but you'll find that maybe a year from now, you move to somewhere else. Maybe you're working, or even in your workplace, even in somewhere else, maybe a political assignment. You realize that everything that you learned from serving people is what you're now using in that new position that you found yourself in, right? Not saying that you should go into a place or a relationship with a mindset of trying to get something back. And, oh my God, it's so noisy here, but I hope you guys can hear me. Not saying that you should have that mindset, but I'm just saying that for me, I'm trying to be conscious of things around me lately. I'm just saying for you to be conscious, to know that everything has a price. What price are you paying? And what price is being paid to you in return? You know, the biggest thing should be, what price are you paying? I think when we focus less on ourselves, like dying to our own self, that is even when we gain more. So just wanting to drop this here for myself, and also to let you guys know that everybody has a price, and we are constantly paying that price. No matter whether we know it or not, we are constantly paying that price. Okay, in friendships, in work, in business relation, in assignments, and with purpose, we are constantly paying a price. So yeah, this is just a thought, the random thought. Like I said, I'm not sure if I shared everything that I wanted to share, but let me know, like, is this something you've thought about? Is it, even with your mates, your house helps, your nannies, they might be calling you ma and being loyal and everything to you, but that loyalty ends as soon as the price that is being paid, as soon as it ends. That's just the funny thing about it. And it's no hard feelings. Like, it's not because anybody is bad, or it's not because anybody is better than anybody. It's just what it is with life. Like I said, this is just me being conscious, and a thought that I had, and I just wanted to share and talk about it. Like, are you conscious of this? Do you know that you're constantly paying a price for everything? Whether you know it or not. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.